Welcome back everyone. In this lecture, we will be learning about how to click and crop and region of interest from an image. The region of interest is nothing but the area which is needed for further analysis. For example, in case of brain MRI image, if you are interested in tumor, then the region of interest is nothing but the tumor region in the MRI image. So that is called as region of interest. Let's dive into the session. In this session, we are going to clip and crop an region of interest. So here in this particular image, my region of interest is ball alone. So what I am going to do is that I am going to click here and crop this part of an image. So whenever you press left button down and drag it till this point 2. So when left button down is pressed, this point has to be captured and the left button is released, which means that we are clicking and dragging. Here we are releasing the button. The left button is up, then you have to capture this point. So for drawing a rectangle or drawing a bounding box around the region of interest, we need the 2 points, point 1 and point 2. So that point I am placing inside a variable. Whenever I want to access the point, I am accessing from the end of the array, which means you have to place a negative sign. So this will be the first one and this will be the second one if I am accessing from end. So point 1 refers to reference point of -2 index and point 2 refers to reference point of -1 index. If I want to draw a rectangle, I have to draw the rectangle from the reference point -2 to -1. So in this lecture, first part we will be drawing a bounding box. Once a bounding box is drawn over the region of interest, then we will crop this region of interest alone and display in an other window. That is what the task of this particular video. Let's dive into the coding session. As usual, I am going to open an editor for writing my code. The name of the code is roi.python. Yeah, we are ready to write the code now. Just import the packages needed. Import CV2. That is the first package which is needed. Then the next thing which needs to be performed is nothing but we have to open our image which is of interest. So I am going to open my image using cv2.imread and my image is in this particular folder under pictures. It is nothing but a football.jpg. So I have opened my image. Then let me show the image first. cv2.imshow. I am placing inside a window. Which one I am placing? I am placing this particular image. So once I display the image, then the user is prompt to select a region of interest, which means that we have to perform certain mouse click event. So how we are selecting the region of interest? By clicking, dragging and releasing. So click, drag and release to select the region of interest. Here we will be capturing the 2 mouse click events. One is left mouse click button down and other one is left mouse click button up. While pressing down, we will be selecting the first point and while releasing, we will be selecting the second point. So the name of the function which I am going to define is click and crop. That is the name of the function. So I'm just calling this function, which means I have to write the function. So let me define the function over here. Define, my function is nothing but click and crop. Let me define this function now. So as usual, we have seen in the previous lecture how we have to define a function for mouse click event. Give the event and the position along with the flags and parameters. These are the 5 parameters which has to be passed. Then we have to declare the reference point. So I am going to declare this reference point globally. I am going to declare a global point reference point. So whatever the points which I captured for selecting ROI is placed inside this reference point, is appended inside this reference point. So I am going to check for the event. If my event is equal to cv2 dot event underscore left button down. This is what the event which I am interested in. If I have pressed my left button, then the following operation has to be performed. What is the operation? I have to capture the point. The point is nothing but x comma y. So I have captured the first point. Then else if the event is not left button down, else if the event is equal to cv2 dot, now I am checking for the event which is nothing but left button up. So which means that I have released my button. If the event is left button up, then I am going to perform certain operation which is nothing but we have to add the point, which is the second point. I am going to add this point dot append x comma y. So all the 2 points I have appended. The first point pt1 and the second point pt2. So this point and this point I have placed inside my variable reference point. Now I have to draw a rectangle from reference point -2 to reference point -1. That is my next operation. So I am going to give the point number 1. pt1 is nothing but reference point -2 and pt2 will be reference point -1. So from the end we are accessing the points. After that I am going to draw a rectangle. So the function to draw a rectangle is cv2 dot rectangle. Where I am going to draw my rectangle? Inside my image. And I have to give the positions, right? The position is nothing but reference point -1 and reference point -2. So the position I am giving, pt1 is my first position and pt2 is my second position. And the color in which the rectangle has to be placed is 255, 255, 0. And what should be the width of my rectangle? 2. So I have drawn a rectangle. Now I have to show the image so that we can visualize whether the rectangle is drawn or not. So let me do show image, comma, our image. Let me run the code. So what we have done is that we haven't declared our wait keys. The image appears and disappears within milliseconds. So let's declare that. CV2 dot wait key. So that it waits, the display window waits until the user closes the window. Destroy all windows. So now let's run the code. So our window appears, and what we have to do is that we have to click and drag to draw a bounding box. So let me start my clicking and dragging option. I'm click here and drag till here, and I release the button and see let's what is happening. So somewhere I have made a mistake. It is nothing but CV2. So let's close this window and run it again. Now our image appeared. We have to select the point. To draw a bounding box, I am clicking here and leaving here. A simple mistakes will end up in So let me run the code once again. Click here and leave it here. A bounding box is drawn. This is how you can select the region of interest. Now what I need is that I want to display this region of interest in another window. So let's dive inside the code and make the changes so that our ROI will be displayed in a new window. It's very simple. Just crop the region of interest. We know the region of interest. So declare a new variable ROI and crop the region of interest. The region of interest is from point 1 to point 2. So here I am going to crop the region PT1. We have to specify the position, right? X1, X2 to Y1, Y2 we are trying to crop. X1, X2 to Y1, Y2. So the point of point 1's first position, X1. This is my X2, comma, Y1, colon, Y2. So till this position we are trying to crop. We are trying to crop from X1 to X2, comma, Y1 to Y2. We have cropped the image. Then we are going to create a new window for displaying our image. CV2.intro. I'm not going to use the previous window. I'm going to use a new window to display my ROI. Hope it should work now. Let's go and run the code. So it allows us to select the region of interest. Let me select my region of interest from here to here. Yeah, we have seen the region of interest in a new window. This is how you have to select the region of interest, draw a bounding box and display it in a new window. That's it for this session. Catch you in the next session. Thank you. Bye-bye.